Coming up, we'll look at some ideas for pumpkin carving, discuss the adjustments made to Halloween Horror Nights, and have a spooky short film for Halloween. Stay tuned, you're watching Roar TV. Good afternoon, Oviedo. I'm Tyler, and today is Friday, October 30th. Tomorrow is Halloween, so be sure to stay safe and don't punish yourself for enjoying as much candy as you possibly can. We've got a great show for you today, so let's get it started with responses to Tele-OHS.
Hey Oviedo, it's Davis. Earlier this week we asked for photos from Spirit Week. Here were some of your responses. Christina shared this photo of her friends looking cozy for Pajama Day. SGA took a group photo of the 100 Acre Woods crew in Building 12, although some of the usual suspects are teaching Seminole Connect. And finally, our administration performed their reenactment of Hocus Pocus in classrooms yesterday. Thanks for your responses. Remember, we have an Election Day question, so we need responses by Tuesday. That's it for me. Now back to Tyler.
Many of you probably enjoy the age-old tradition of carving pumpkins, and in recent years some people have gotten pretty hardcore with their carving skills. However, if you're like me and don't have the ability to make something that's worthy of Instagram, then reporter Kayla Souls has some creative yet easier options for you to carve that perfect pumpkin.
It's Halloween, which means time for jack-o'-lanterns. Maybe this year you want to spice things up with some creative designs. However, not all of us are born carvers. Don't worry, we have some unique ideas that require little to no carving at all. If you can't carve mouths or noses, then there's the Ninja Pumpkin. Just carve the eyes, then wrap the pumpkin in a black cloth. There's also the Punkin. Just make a sign and put any sort of Halloween pun on it, preferably about jack-o'-lanterns, and carve a simple face on it. Make it look like the pumpkin is holding the sign, or at least put the sign next to the pumpkin. If you want to keep up on the trend of constantly reminding people that it's 2020, there's the Corona Pumpkin. It only requires eyes, with a mask taped to the sides. It's ideal for those who can't carve mouths or noses, because there's no need for one. Then there's the Slasher Pumpkin. This pumpkin is a good choice for carvers who need assistance in controlling their temper, because if you screw up and go stabbing in fits of rage, nobody will be able to tell that those slashes were made on accident. If you're only good at carving mouths, for some reason, then there's the Hungry Jack. It only requires a pair of glasses, a huge giant mouth in the pumpkin, and a bag of candy. First, cut out a mouth in the side of the pumpkin. Then get a battery-powered candle, as you don't want a flaming pumpkin, and put it inside the jack-o'-lantern. Then pour candy all around the pumpkin. Next, add a pair of glasses on top. Be careful when you get the pumpkin in the morning. It'll probably be infested by ants. Now if you're lazy and can't carve anything, just throw a white sheet over it and call it a ghost. It can also double as a Charlie Brown Halloween pumpkin if you throw in a bag of rocks. It's not the best looking pumpkin, but it's not like you really tried anyways.
A reminder to the seniors that Leonard's Orlando studio will be open Saturdays for the next 2 weeks on October 31st and November 7th for any senior who did not have their senior portrait taken for the yearbook. Now, Halloween Horror Nights at Universal obviously wasn't the same this year. Reporter Matthew Mariano spoke with an organizer for Halloween Horror Nights about the past and present and looks ahead to the future events.
Halloween Horror Nights has become a large part of the Orlando Halloween culture, and for good reason. It is a big-budget, highly beloved Halloween event that has been going for 30 years now. Halloween Horror Nights started in 1991 as an event called Fright Nights. The experience spanned a measly 3 days, and since then, the event has grown exponentially.
The event actually has grown, I think, unbelievably over the many years that it's been here at Universal in Orlando. It's coming up to its 30th year. The first 5 years of the event, it grew at pretty sizable in that every year it opened a new haunted house. So for the first 5 years, it kept adding a haunted house. So by year 5, it had 5 haunted houses. We're up to 10 haunted houses now.
These past 30 years have been filled with a rich assortment of different horrifying houses, feats of creativity, and impeccable theme park management that has brought them all together.
In 2004, we had designed an event that actually spanned both parks, took a piece of Islands of Adventure and a piece of Universal Studios, and created this whole new park. We called it Twice the Park, Twice the Fear, was the marketing tagline that year.
Unfortunately, this long-standing event has been canceled this year due to COVID-19, and the future of the event is a bit uncertain.
Despite this saddening announcement, there is still good news for Halloween Horror Nights fans. This month, 2 of the houses meant to be at this year's canceled event have been open during the day.
When you used to go through our haunted houses, you'd go through with a large group of people. Well, you can't do that today. So today, what we've been able to offer the guests is actually you go in your small group, the group that you come with. You don't get to mingle, you don't get in contact with any other groups, but you actually now are able to go through a haunted house kind of by yourself. And you interact with the characters, but the characters are all somewhat separated, so they're actually 6 feet away from you. So they're safe and you're safe, but it still provides you the environments, the characters, and some of those thrills that you get with Halloween.
These limited houses have garnered much positive feedback from guests.
The interest and the excitement that we've seen for even this smaller downsized version shows there is a big interest not only for people to want to see what we're going to do for our 30th anniversary, which will be next year, but the anticipation and the excitement of what we showed them a little bit this year definitely has shown us that there's not only high excitement, but definitely high anticipation for next year.
Although things seemed grim when Halloween Horror Nights' cancellation was announced, the continuing excitement of fanatics and casual guests alike, along with the responsibility to live up to its diverse history for next year's 30th anniversary celebration, will combine to, in all likelihood, create one of its best events to date.
Hey Oviedo, I'm Riley Finnegan with today's O-Town Sports Update. On Wednesday, freshman football finished their season with a 31-6 win over Hagerty. Kevin Watson had 3 touchdowns and Trevor Lane led the team in tackles. Last night, JV fell to Hagerty 28-0. Today, Josh Stewart competes in the Boys Golf State Championship at Mission Inn, and varsity football travels to Hagerty for a 7 p.m. kickoff in pursuit of the Mayor's Cup. Tomorrow, swimming and diving competes at Lake Brantley in the regional meet. That's all for sports this week. Have a great weekend and a happy Halloween. Go Lions!
That's almost all we have for you today, Oviedo. Remember, we're taking on those pups over on Lockwood tonight, so come out and support. Before we close out today's show, a couple of us here came upon an interesting boiled peanut stand and thought you all might... Hey, what's happening?
Dude, these peanuts are gonna hit the spot.
Yeah. How long until we get to Miami? A couple hours, I think. We still gotta get gas. We're almost out. But stop asking me these questions.
I'm
It's
sorry,
fine,
dude.
man.
I've just never.
You boys gonna stand there talking, or you gonna buy some peanuts?
Yeah. How much?
For 2 cups, that'll be $6.
Alright.
You boys come back now, you hear? Yes, sir. We sure will.
All right, you ready to go?
Yes, dude. I've been ready since we got in here.
All right. Let's see.
So, what are we gonna do when we get there? Shh. Sorry, I asked.
No. Look.
What's going on?
Hey, y'all made it back. Glad to see you love my peanuts so much. Sorry, we really gotta get going.
Oh, no. We'll take another cup. How much?
That'll be, $3.
That just happened, right?
Yeah, sure did.
How could that have happened?
I don't know. I don't want to think about it. Let's just focus on the vacation.
Yeah, okay, let's just do that. Dude, I just want to go. Come on.
Don't look at it. Just focus on the road.
Okay, yeah, good idea.
Keep going. Well, I can't go any faster. Speed limit's 45, and I'm almost out of gas.
Is there another road we can turn on?
I don't see anything. Keep going. Go faster. You don't understand, we're almost out of gas.
Go faster!
No. That's it. We're all out.
What do we do? We can't stay here.
We have to. If we go out there, we'll just end up right back here.
He's getting out.
What?
What do we do? We can't stay in here.
Peanuts? How much?